storytelling. It's story time, story time, story
Hey,
time.
it's another time for another weekend countdown, guys. You know they say being a great storyteller is like being a master painter, and the audience's imagination is your canvas. And we're going to be talking about being a great storyteller today and giving you tips and hacks on how to master the art of storytelling. You know, LaQuita Marie, people always ask us whenever we present in different venues, whether it's training a government agency or performing or presenting at a college campus for college students. They've asked us, I'm not a storyteller, but how do you get into storyteller? So how did we get into storytelling?
People always want to know, I know the coach Mary Ma is saying storytelling is the foundation of learning. So y'all, in this 1 hour talk show, we're going to be talking to you. You're going to talk to us. And if you're on the replay, we always have opportunities for you to chime in. So yes, definitely Bracket Reviews is here all the way from Nigeria. My Renaissance grandma, as well as dun 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 G Albert.
Hey, G Albert.
So G. Albert is like everyone else, right? Always has a question. And most people want to know, like you just said, how can I be a storyteller? What are the secrets? What are the tools? Speaking of secrets, G. Albert wants to know, hey, LaQuita, is Corey trying to grow his beard out for the kids for Christmas?
No, but I'm going to let it grow.
No, that's a secret. We can't tell him, but too late. You already did. So, hey, Wally, you're here.
Hey, Wally, I'm going to let it grow for No Shave November, though, in honor of prostate cancer awareness for men. So I'm gonna do a no shave November. I'm not gonna paint it orange, but I'm gonna actually keep it, let it grow as much as I possibly can tolerate. So yeah, first of all, let's just say everybody's a storyteller. Just think about the number of stories you tell in one day. Man, I was sitting in traffic and this guy, or I was in the store and this girl, these kids came riding their bikes to my yard. Those are stories that are told all the time.
Everyday stories. TWP Popcorn does that on his channel as well. And thank you so much for putting in hashtag the home team. Y'all, it's about to be the 5-minute story time. We're going to jump right into it. But while we tell the story, follow the lead of TWP Popcorn and put in hashtag the home team.
So let's get into it. People say, Corey, LaQuita, how'd you get into storytelling? Well, it started in 1992. There's a story of a football player who was roaming through the halls of his high school. He was a captain on the team.
He was.
He had his own car.
He did.
And I was so damn cool. And then I met this girl. Her name was LaQuita.
That's me.
And I said, I might take her for myself.
Hey.
We went out on a couple of dates and she was cute and funny.
I was.
So I took her off the shelf. In 1994, dun dun dun, tragedy. Now, many of you have experienced losses of epic proportions that just completely could alter your life. For example, you might have been in a crowded place and temporarily lost your child or grandchild. You might have lost your car keys. So you might have lost your wallet with your license and your credit cards in it. And that can certainly alter your life, or at least alter your day. But for me, the life-altering experience was waking up not to a loss of car keys or credit cards, but to a loss of vision. In 1994, in late October, I woke up completely blind due to something called pseudotumor cerebri, pressure on my brain, on my optic nerve that caused the optic nerve to die off. Just imagine in those senses, the senses that you feel whenever you lose your child, your car keys, or your credit cards. I imagine that times 100 when you wake up without your vision. So
I think it would be a lot bigger to lose your vision than your car keys. So yes.
So there I was trying to figure life out when suddenly I did get a call from the Department for the Blind and Vision Impaired. Now, at first, that interaction was not a great interaction at all. They came, they took my license, they cut them up, and made me put them in an envelope and sign them over to the state saying so that I wouldn't drive anymore.
They did.
Who does that for somebody that's blind? Who goes driving with a person who's blind that goes driving on the interstate? But nevertheless, despite the videos that you see on our channel, I wasn't going to do that.
Wait a minute. Nowadays, you can be blind and drive on the interstate. They got the selfless or the driveless cars, the self-driving cars.
I'll take my chances with you instead. So, but thanks to faith, family, and friends, and a lovely wife named LaQuita, I was able to pull myself together, go back to college, and that's when I discovered my passion for teaching history and sociology through the art of storytelling and the techniques that I learned in college from communication. we created our own formula called the PVC pipeline for learning, which encapsulates all the different modalities of learning through movement, through song, through dance, through repetitiveness, through poetry, through all sorts of techniques that we were able to incorporate into crafting the storytellers and public presenters that we are today. So that's a brief summary of how we became storytellers.
Absolutely.
And today we're going to help you to become masterful storytellers by using some of those techniques that I mentioned in brief just now in the 5-minute story. But before we go, every story starts with an introduction.
Wait a minute. Speaking of introductions, Coach Mary Ma says you are a hero and an excellent example of resilience and success. Thank you, Coach Mary.
Coach Mary Ma.
And she's Cameroonian, so I love people from everywhere, but Nigerians. Oh, Mary Madepoju says, guys, please like and share. And
Mary, just so you know, I know your name is Mary.
That's Mary. Yes, Mary Ma. Mary Madepoju says, oh, so sorry for you, Corey. Waking up, not being able to see is tough, but thank you. Yes, beautiful couple. She says, my favorite couple. You look good, oh.
Thank you, Miriam.
We do have a question before we do the official introduction to today's episode. G. Albert says, question, Corey. Was your sight loss hereditary? He didn't catch that.
No, my sight loss was not hereditary. It was something that the condition pseudotumor cerebri is associated with white women who are overweight over the age of 40.
Yes, so definitely it's one of those freak things that just happens. It's like an anomaly.
But they say it may have been related to tetracycline, exposure to tetracycline. I mean,
the antibiotic.
Yes, that's in the final. And I had taken a round of vaccinations prior to me losing the sight, so it may have been related to that.
Right. So that means that if you are in Alaska, you now know the story. You know the story now. Yes, Corey's vision loss was not hereditary, but what we're doing now is all a part of that masterful storytelling, where we are engaging you, the audience, wherever you are, whenever you come in. If you're in person, you make that eye contact. As people come in with their comments, we address them, right? So say, for example, we asked you earlier to put in hashtag the home team, and my Renaissance grandma is helping us to reinforce that. And as people put it in, we are reinforcing that message by showing you on the screen, hashtag the home team, acknowledging the people that have done so. Those are all parts of storytelling. G. Albert was talking about, that driver's license thing. He says, Corey, if DMV cut up your driver's license, then can you vote? Yeah, they don't care about that.
No, well, DMV didn't cut it up. The State Department for the Blind cut it up. But I was able to get a state ID issued instead, so I can still vote if I choose to.
And Coach Mary caught your joke. She was like, "Yes, Corey, don't mind those Spaniards who think every Y should be an I." Yes, thank you so much, Junior, for putting in hashtag the home team. Thank you all for being a part of this storytelling experience. We are master storytellers, not just because we're calling ourselves masters, but because we've done the work and we continue to do so every day, and we're excited to share them with you, regardless of whether you think we're rigged or not. Wally has it in there, hashtag rigged phony, hashtag LaQuita's riggedness, hashtag the home team. Hey, I think that's a great way to get started, because Corey, we've got to start the show anytime Wally joins a competition.
So let's start the show with our Real Talk Within Topic Design intro.
It's another episode of A Blind Guy.
It's white.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey the Blind Guy.
I'm his wife, LaQuita Marie.
Together we let you into our life live every hump day, bang, to Friday. That's Wednesday,
Thursday,
Friday at
11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Introduce you to fabulous guests and extraordinary information that helps to change your narrative of normal about health,
your business,
and wealth. And today we're talking about for content creators, life coaches, or just simple everyday business people. If you want to be a winner, you can win by becoming a masterful storyteller. And we're going to talk about how to master the art of storytelling today with you.
Absolutely. So, of course, hello to you. Queen Lenora Love and Live Show is here. Speaking of storytellers, these folks have some stories to tell, and they do so. That's one of the things that drew me to their channel. Another one is, y'all know I love my Nigerians, but Mary Madepoju says, 10 of us are here, only 7 likes. Please give this video a like. It costs $0. So of course we see more people are joining in. That means we also want to see the likes go up. So thank you for that, Mary Maripoji. We do appreciate it.
And I can't wait for my coloring book, Queen Lenore.
Oh, you know what?
It's gonna be all outside the lines, but
I did send the address and all of that kind of stuff. So definitely we'll be getting it soon. But I do need to check the post office box because this is an interactive show, right? So with today's topics, we've told you, hey, please click the like button, scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen, blindguyhiswife.com. That's a website where you can go over and deepen your relationship with us. However, if you're just hanging out right here, hit the like button. So that way, if you're coming in all the way, let's say if you're mad and you got acres of
acres.
Mad Acre Farms.
Mad acres in the house.
So yes, wherever you are, right? If you're in the Midwest, or if you're all the way over there in Oregon, like what Love and Live show, who says you guys are blowing up. You guys were on my survey for story time. Awesome. Oh, okay. So good to hear that. Thank you. And she said it should be there today. I appreciate it. You know, this is where for today, we want to jump right into these storytelling tips because there are so many. We've given you some of today's topics. You know what? A big, huge thing for us is food. We always encourage people to
faves.
Eat your faves, right? Get your
Fruits
faves in.
And vegetables every spread.
Yes.
Faves. Faves.
That is what, this way we don't have to worry about Wally calling us the police plate popo, the plate popo,
mealtime marines,
the fruit hoodlums,
vigilantes,
none of that, right?
Plate advisors.
Yes. So that means that typically, sometimes we give you a sneak peek at the plant-based treat, but you know, this talk show, we always have a plant-based treat for you. We have a delicious one today as well, waiting for the end of the show. I don't know if this is going to be a holiday one or not, because we're getting into that time. So Corey,
it's the holiday season.
Yes. So I wasn't sure if I was going to give them the gingerbread cookies or the plant-based treat, or the 24 karat pancakes.
Nah, the gingerbread cookies.
Y'all tell me. Tell me. So Kay, we got another Nigerian in the house.
Hey, K Business Podcast in the house.
Y'all get to vote on whether it's going to be for the plant-based treat today, whether it's going to be the gingerbread cookies, because we are plate advisors. Thank you, Well Talk Productions, for saying that. We advise you to get your fruits and vegetables every day. Yes, or 24 karat pancakes. So y'all can let us know, but also put in hashtag the home team. Do that. So let's jump right in, Corey. Or do you want to say something else about the today's topics? Any other updates real quick or no?
We can always talk about the fact that you can go to our website, blindguyhiswife.com, where you can click the green coffee cup so she can say,
what you doing?
And I can say, girl, you know what I'm doing. I'm fitting to get mixed up, turned around backwards like William Jackson playing secondary in the Pittsburgh Steelers uniform and screwing things up and stir it like coffee.
Thank you so much, Love and Live Show, for putting in hashtag the home team, because yes, that gets you into the first place pony. And of course, some people for today, was it my Renaissance grandma? Who was first in the chat? I gotta go look.
It was Mary Ma.
Coach Mary Ma was high up there, but either way, when you head on over to join the home team, yes, you can click the green coffee cup and it does open a widget. You can get 1 coffee, 3 coffee, 5 coffees. Corey has been blind for over 25 years. We've been storytellers since then as well. I think you were a storyteller before then, but professionally.
That's how I got you.
You know what? That's how you got me.
All people are storytellers.
Why is Kay said, Corey? Oh, poor Gail at night, y'all. Send her good vibes. Send her love and light. She is not feeling 100 today. So you know what? We're going to tell some stories just for you, Gail at night. So take it easy. Lay low. Do your thing. Just put in hashtag the home team. Well Talk said, why you have to mention my Steelers?
And guys, if you're like us, we're very bourgeois when it comes to our coffee. If you like premium blended specialty coffees.
Oh, my Renaissance grandma was first in the chat, Corey.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. And you know, G Mama Grows is in there now.
All right, G Mama Grows. I hope she called it clinker clink. But she can do her own clinker clink with some of our rolled Java premium blended, specially blended coffees that come
from the Steelers are terrible. K Business says
that come from around the world. You can have it delivered straight to your door or straight to the office lobby. just for your enjoyment. So you can get that at rolljava.com.
Well, no, you can get that right on our website, blindguyhiswife.com. So let's say you're like, no, I don't want to buy you a coffee. I want to buy myself a coffee. Scroll right down and boom, the coffee is right there. You can order some. It's holiday time. Get your order in. Roll Java blends.
Purchase a gift for someone.
Yeah, and there's free shipping in the US. So definitely so. All right, Corey, let's get
right
into
the
it.
topics. And don't forget, hashtag the home team.
Yeah, because XDMC says, oh, one love, feel better, Gail. Lord, Kay is still talking about the Steelers. Corey, tell her, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to incorporate this into our first topic because Kay says they are very bad. Talking about the Steelers and everybody saying, good morning, Gail. And Mary Amade Poju enjoyed Kay's podcast last night. I missed it. We're always out in the evening, though. This is our busy time. So everyone's sending Gail well wishes. My Renaissance grandma and Corey, Mary Ma says, Coach Mary Ma is letting you know. Thanks, Gail, for reminding everybody to click the like button. Coach Mary Ma says, Corey, please start with the story you used to win LaQuita's heart. So,
but now I'm alone in my room. I sit and stare at the wall. Copyright.
Anyways,
I mean, do they want the real story about?
No. So here's what I'm saying. While everybody's putting in hashtag the home team, so that way we can see who's going to win first place pony. Because remember, I told y'all my Renaissance grandma was first in the chat. Lady V's collections on Etsy. That's where you get her seasoning blend. Hashtag blessed. Right there. I always keep this one in the studio because this is the hot one I only use for me. But Gail at Night is saying, thank you for all the well wishes. So you all put in hashtag the home team. And this is where we'll get into our first topic of the day, whereas the first one is follow a formula, right?
Follow the formula, yes.
But wait a minute, because you gotta put all these things in there. Because Kay is like, well, who's gonna moderate so we can give Gail a day off? I know, right? And Love and Live Show says she owns some coins from the survey. Yes, wait, we gotta talk more about that. Okay. So they all were in here, like K Business, talking about the Ravens are the best. Well Talk says the Ravens ain't ish. And so,
okay.
Yeah, I was asleep by midnight last night, Kay. So that's probably why. And Miriam is on the West Coast. So Coach Mary Ma and G Mama Groves are both in there laughing. Let's figure out, and so is GT. They're all laughing at you, Corey. Yeah. I know, right, y'all? Let's get some coverage for Gail. So you have to tell a story where we follow the formula from what everybody's talking about. We've got Gail being sick. We've got the Ravens, the Steelers, and XDMC is like, I can't hang like G Albert. Only Gail at Night rules that mod game. Look, exactly right. So y'all, Gail, take the day off. It is just fine. We'll be fine. And if anybody comes through, y'all know I was dropping links before I had Gail, before I had XDMC. So it's fine. If we have a link that we need dropped, we'll put it in there. And besides that, y'all, everything is in the video description. And if a bad bot comes through, y'all just report them and I will too.
And Gail, if we go outside wearing Dukes and a halter top in wintertime, early fall, late fall, that's how you end up catching cold. So stop it.
That's it. That's the way. So we're going to tell you all a story following the formula that we follow. This is a formula that everybody got in elementary school when you went to school, but it's also a formula that you got. Let's say you are Nigerian, like Spice It Up with Onwadia. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. But no matter what, when she heard people tell a story, she heard them start, give the middle, and a finish. That's your formula, right? No matter what. Yeah, Nikki, we still here. The Everyday Life of an OCD chick says, y'all still here? I made it. Yes, you did. And so Spice It Up with Onwadia, you did not miss a whole lot. We're giving you these formulas for being a master storyteller. First things first, you definitely want to follow your formula. So we're going to give you a short story, and this is our formula. Our formula involves, okay, we know our middle is going to be something catchy. Our start. Our beginning is going to be something catchy to keep your attention. We know that our middle is going to have enough details to keep you in there. You all have seen movies, you all have had conversations, and we know that our finish is going to tidy it all up, is going to wrap it all up in a point. It's really as simple as that. You don't have to make it super complicated or anything. And of course, the more you practice, the more you'll get your message across. So right now, the message that we want to give you in this story, this is going to be an impromptu story. Also, our formula is engagement, right? I'm the wingman. I know that we know from our experience that storytelling involves listening, it involves seeing, it involves hearing, it involves movement. So we're going to incorporate all of that. Corey's going to tell a story about
Gail being sick.
Gail being sick.
The Ravens and the Baltimore and the Steelers.
Yes, and first place pony. Because we're gonna wrap it up with we're all trying to get to the first place pony. You can't be like my Renaissance grandma, being first in the chat, but you can't get bragging rights. I don't know what he's going to say, right? So this way,
it's dangerous, y'all.
Yeah, it's dangerous, right? So if the everyday life of an OCD chick is talking to GT Junior and she's telling Corey, make it good, Corey, I also have to pay attention to all of my surroundings. So we're going to follow our formula though. I know the Corey's going to do something catchy at the beginning. The middle's going to be the meat and potatoes of it, and we'll tidy it all up. I know all I have to do is my part is to focus on you all, focus on him, and to tell the story in a lot of different ways. So thanks for the encouragement. GT Junior is ready. So I say we get into it. We're going to give you the formula here now because our favorite moderator is here. So now we got my brother in the house. Let's do this with Philip Waldo Jr. Go for it, Corey.
Daisy Dukes and a halter top in the middle of fall on a cold, crisp day is not the formula for health, for business, or for wealth. And that's what Gail discovered when she woke up and she was sick. Sick to the stomach, chest congestion, eyes running, nose running. She had everything going against her health all at one time. But it wasn't the Dukes and the halter top that caused the sickness. No, it wasn't at all. It was the fact that she had consumed something that was not agreeing with her spirit or her bodily system. She had consumed some of the most foulest things ever imaginable. So foul that not even one herb that was grown by TWP Popcorn could help her. Nothing that GT Jr. grew in the snow in Alaska could help her. Nothing that XDMC could draw for any of the companies that he makes advertisements for could help Gail in this situation. She raced through the house from her kitchen where she was making cinnamon tea that she had purchased from the spices and seasonings from my Renaissance grandma, Lady V. She was stirring the tea, stirring it like coffee, like G Mama Rose likes to do. But she had to leave it all behind. As she ran to the comforts of her bathroom to bring up those things that she had consumed that had made her sick.
Maybe it was some bad chitlins, like Trash Can Wave said.
Bad chitlins, that's about how this content smelled. Because Gail was sick from consuming NFL Network, watching the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers and all of their awfulness. And that was the end of that.
That's it,
I guess
y'all.
I got it all in there.
You got it all in there, and Trash Can talk about throw up them bad chitlins. Absolutely. G Mama Grows is laughing, and look, Trash Can says, yeah, that'll do it. Them bad chitlins will mess you up. Everyday Life of an OCD chick says, poor Gail, y'all follow the formula. People will throw you off. Trash Can Waves came in the middle of the story, and we were like, hey, I'm watching the audience, right? You always want to watch your audience, but follow your formula. Simple. And G Mama Grows is giving you an applause, as well as Nikki, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick. Thank you all. Thank you so much. You also have a smile from Coach Mary Ma. Let's see. GT Junior says awfulness. Let's see. Oh, spice it up with one idea. Interesting. And she said,
it's totally freestyle.
Yes. And y'all, Gail at night is not feeling good. She didn't tell us what it is, but she's not feeling 100. So that's why we're sending her all the well wishes, and hopefully she got a laugh from that story as well. Spice it up with one idea says, can't get enough of your storytelling. And Lurkin Pro says, Lurkin Pro lurks through the professional story. Hey there, welcome. So glad to have you. We're about to do the first place pony, so put in #first place pony.
And part of your formula for storytelling is relatability, believability, and flexibility. Of course, when I'm sitting here making up stories like that, of course I'm joking around. But go back to the previous story. If you go back to the beginning,
Philip claims he trained you well, Corey.
you have to be able to relate to your audience.
I know, Julia, right?
The audience has to be able to relate to you. So you have to include things. Like I said, nobody wants to sit here and hear me talk about being blind because
they would rather hear you talk about Gail having a big hangover, like Trash Can Wave said. he told us the answer. That's what's wrong with her, y'all.
But like I said, I was able to relate the blindness story to a loss that you guys may have experienced. Your car keys, maybe you lost your child in the mall one time.
Your sports team, like Wolf Talk Productions, are saying, I know Corey ain't talking about his sorry Commanders.
And so, but we're on a 3-game winning streak, though. But nevertheless, you have experienced those losses that left you feeling hopeless, helpless, and all those things. So that's what a way to relate to the audience, help the audience relate to the experience.
She Fires relates really well as a firearm specialist, as a weapons specialist.
She's small but mighty, blah blah, 40 over 40 and feisty, blah blah.
So hey, welcome. Good to see you as well. That's what you do, right? You relate to your audience. She realized that she could relate to people really well from the perspective of self-defense, from the perspective of being a woman in self-defense. So yes, do you, but relate to the audience while you do.
And then also flexibility, like LaQuita said, when we've experienced through live shows, and you guys that have done live streaming, you have experienced it yourself. When you have somebody that comes into the comments, whether it's a troll, a bot, or whether it's a trash can waves coming through.
And Philip's talking to him, trash can, she should know better that you can't mix Patron with Henny.
Or a PWJ. You know, you gotta be flexible
pew,
enough to.
I know, that She Fires. Pew, pew. You got that life.
You gotta be flexible enough to roll with the comments. And LaQuita's a master at that. She's great at keeping that engagement up with rolling with the comments. So again.
And that comes from experience, practice, practice. So like Ism, he's in Arizona. You can smoke sesh with Ism most nights, right? Not most nights, but y'all get over there, subscribe, and you'll see what I'm saying. He shows you what he's growing, right? His live plants. So what happens is you have to look at your audience and you have to figure out, okay, let me relate to them. What do I know? If I don't know something about it, let me just roll with it. Let me ask about it.
So every time like Ism, you gotta roll with it.
I know, right? See, you got to relate, right? So Trash Can says, Philip Jr., she was drinking dark with white. Yeah, you can't mix those. I think I just realized that too. But anyways, everybody's saying hello to She Fires, and Love and Live Show is talking about me in this chat. She says, LaQuita, you're amazing with that. Corey's awesome with his humor as well. Thank you so much. And G. Albert is updating you. If you're PWJ, since you're just coming in, Corey told us a story about meeting LaQuita and fighting off all them gals. Let us know tomorrow if Corey was smoking with that wacky tobacco or if that's the truth.
I smoked the tobacco, not the wacky.
Right. Yeah, don't mix them angels and those demons. Them angels and demons will mess you up. Now, XDMC says, RIP Takeoff. I know our kids were talking about it yesterday. Yeah. We have to do better. And Trash Can, can you get your boy Herschel Walker?
Who say that?
This is XDMC.
Herschel, yeah. Mr. I'm running for whatever it is. And couldn't run 5 yards playing football, but okay.
Mm-hmm. She Fires appreciates your song. She's talking about that song you remembered. Mm-hmm. That's a part of following your formula. Mm-hmm. You have you're able to relate. You have your beginning, your middle, your end. You've practiced it. So this way, when all of the other things come in, like the audience members, so we have done so many live performances, adults, children, teenagers, stadiums, museums, universities, all different kinds of audiences, all different kinds of seating situations. And we do have to watch them. We have to watch our audience so that whatever's happening in the audience, we can adjust to it.
And that's what makes it we call ourselves a dynamic duo, biting off Batman and Robin, but it truly is dynamic because like when I'm in the large settings, like you said, stadiums, or when we've been out at outdoor festivals with large crowds, I can't hear and feel the audience like I would in a more intimate setting. But LaQuita is right on it, right there.
I'm watching like Trash Can Wave, so that if somebody is like She Fires and ready to set it off, I can know whether they're going to set it off in a good way, a bad way. We can change up our presentation. So this way,
flexibility.
Yeah, you got to be flexible and give the people what they want, right? Because like Wally is saying, Trash Can, a damn dice game and a stupid argument. You don't want things to pop off. Now here's the thing. The most fights happen for us when we're at the early childhood centers. our audience, man, those kids, those babies are gangsters, right?
And we'll do a whole
And they don't
show
even
about,
have dice and arguments.
we'll do a whole show, a whole presentation about don't fight, don't be a bully, and then at the end of the show, it's fight, hit, bite, bite.
They fighting during the show. Like, XDMC is saying all hip hop artists needs to hire She Fires for protection. They need to do something, right? Because she's there. And Lord, Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD is a chick. Lord, Hershey chocolate bar with nuts. Y'all were saying Herschel
Walker.
Herschel Walker. So she said, Hershey chocolate bar with nuts. Philip says, not to brag on myself, but it took me a while to get Quita on board playing too much Atari. Look, let me tell y'all about Atari. We started with the Atari 2600, and I've been a game addict ever since. Hey there, Audrey's living life.
Hey,
I hope you're putting in hashtag the home team, because yes, we're about to do
first place pony.
Absolutely. And of course, we've given you all some insight into the first part of being a great storyteller.
Again, relatability, be able to relate to your audience, give them what they want, give them the information they're looking for.
Follow your formula.
Then believability. You can't really talk about something very well if you don't believe in it. That's why when LaQuita talks about food, it's coming from a point of passion. She's into it. She believes in it.
Well, no, I don't believe in it. I know it. I'm actually doing it. Action makes the difference. Like,
I'm relating it to
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, She Fires is saying, you both have an awesome memory and always do a great job of connecting with your audience. Well, it's because we actually do consume the content of our audience members. So if we were just looking at thumbnails or whatever, then I would not have it honestly like Philip. Like, we true to this, right? We ain't new to this. And so since we're actually doing it, playing the games, consuming the content, talking with the people. David Hunt says, what was technique number 1 again? It was follow a formula.
Relatability, believability, and flexibility.
And thank you, David Hunt, for putting in hashtag the home team. Philip is shouting out, Hunty boy, David Hunt, Hunty boy. He was live this morning, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. David Hunt is live. He's like, I need to get back to your streams, bro. We know you sneaking in from work like everybody else. So just put in hashtag the home team.
So Dave, just to recap, we're saying be able to relate to your audience, make your stories connect to their stories.
And one reason Corey connects with Trash Can Waves is because Corey's about that life. Trash Can says, well, Top Productions, gunshots followed by after pay me my damn money is usually how it go in Detroit. Corey grew up shooting guns. They just told him don't shoot towards the house. So, and according to Philip, Corey only drank Boone Farms and Wild Irish Rose. So, hey.
Wiley.
Thanks, Gail. Corey mentioned the plant-based treats and you dropped it. Y'all, let's get into the first place pony, because we know that engagement is huge with your audience. That's another tool that we use in storytelling. The back and forth that we're doing here, all of that engagement makes the difference. So,
and the cool part about it is the engagement that you're about to participate in, it's found right in StreamYard. So we're going to talk about that in a moment. But first, we got to get these.
Well, we're going to talk about using what you have. Yes.
Right. Off and running. You ready?
I am ready. Trash Can. It was his teammate Quavo that got into the argument. They got takeoff. Dang, they got him taken out, huh?
See, you guys are masterful storytelling already. Y'all telling a whole news report in the chat.
Boom. And we're keeping up with it, right? Because my kids knew all about it and everybody's talking about it. But, really action is what makes the difference with any of this. Make sure as you're consuming the content, you're also taking action. What are you doing differently? What are you doing to better your situation? So we've got a lot of entries here, Corey. They're ready for the home team. I do see that Philip says he's seen a life end over $2. You know what I mean? Like, silly stuff will happen, right?
Right.
So thank you so much for the love on Wadia. Let's go, Corey.
All right, I'm gonna make the horse race announcement, and when I say bring, you're gonna say and they're off and click the button. Okay?
Cool, because She Fires has it in there. Hashtag home team.
Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another run of the Blind Guys Wipe Their Life Live. First place Pony Derby. All the jockeys are mounted and ready to ride. LaQuita, what does some knuckleheads say? What do a bunch of knuckleheads say? Or what do the audience say about a bunch of knuckleheads that if they step the trash can waves the wrong way, and he has to show them what he's working with. Bring.
Oh, that's why I left them crap games, because that's what Philip said.
No.
But oh, okay, and they're off. All right, Coach Mary Ma, TWP Popcorn, She Fires, G Mama Grows, Everyday Life of an OCD Shit, A Business Podcast, Coach Mary Ma, Trash and Wave, G Albert, My Renaissance Grandma, David Hunt, TWP.
Hey, TWP Popcorn.
Nice. Congratulations, TWP Popcorn. We are halfway through this 1 hour talk show and we've got a winner already. You know, this is going very well. We appreciate you winning the first place pony. Not everybody can be like my Renaissance Grandma and be first in the chat, but you can get bragging rights. So the Everyday Life of an OCD Chick is congratulating TWP right along with Philip Waldo Jr. and my Renaissance Grandma, the real OG, because she was first in the chat. Let's see here. They still talking about it, Corey. Well, Trash Can says, well, Talk Productions, today's discussion is when is it time to let your hood rat friends go? Apparently Takeoff and Young Dolph could have afforded that lesson. Yeah. You know what? They could have used, they could have changed their story, right? Because we're all storytelling. Our actions tell our story. She Fires is congratulating TWP Popcorn along with Mary Madi Poju. And G Mama says, that's what's popping. Y'all check it out. G Mama Grows has a pomegranate plant. She just dropped that video this morning. And Jay's Juicing with Jay gave her the cutting. And she's showing you how to layer it. And so pretty soon we'll be able to sneak into G Mama Grows' backyard and get a pomegranate. So yes.
G Mama, she would say this was a pomegranate wine.
Okay, Love and Live Show is congratulating TWP Popcorn right along with David Hunt is telling G Mama, get your grits on. Get our grits on because they like that sugar and the grits. So anyways, GT Jr. is also congratulating TWP. Oh, and Trash Can is updating you, Corey. In Detroit, the way the gunshots and the Give Me My Money works, usually they say, you shaved them dice, MF. And I usually say, pay me my damn money and give me my, so you the one popping off and give me my dice.
Now, you're talking about storytelling. Trash Can Waves is a good example of great storytelling. Now, it's grown folk time when you go over there, but he tells good stories and he does it in a lot of creative ways using the tools that he has.
The ghetto, what did Trash Can tell? The story of Joseph
and the ghetto.
And the Bible story and Bible study.
Joseph and the amazing Technicolor bomber jacket and Shelter Adidas.
Yes. Wait, we have a acceptance speech from TWP Popcorn for winning first place pony. He says, I'd like to thank my home team. We all win.
All right. But yeah, thank you, TWP Popcorn, for thanking the home team. But
yes, Audrey's Living Life is also congratulating you as well. And thank you, Gail at Night, for dropping his link.
Now, like I said, Trash Can Waves does a lot of great editing. He uses what's out there. He uses clips from movies, things that people can relate to. He uses popular memes, things that people can relate to, other popular YouTube videos, things that people can relate to. He brings that into the story, and he brings facts along with it to make it believable as well. So check out Trash Can Waves channel because he's mastered the art of storytelling in the YouTube content creation world. But again, it's grown folk time over there. But again, I'm talking about using the things that you have at your disposal. And part of that is... Wait
a minute. We do have to take a coffee break because G Mama Grows is saying, thanks, y'all, but I keep my pomegranate in the house. So, and you know she was in the military, so I don't think we're going to get access to her stuff that easily. But we do have to take a coffee break. So I think we should save that secret for after the coffee break. What do you think, Corey?
Let's go ahead and save about the coffee break.
Okay. All right. Because they're all chatting it up. David Hunt, G Mama, you know it. She telling him to get the sugar. You know what? No. We're not doing the sugar and the grits. Oh, Philip says, G Mama, cut that out. You sweet enough already. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick coffee break because we are just about done with this show. It flies right by. We have 2 more tips to master the art of storytelling. 2 more main tips. We've given you lots of gems and jewels already. Corey, you want to introduce our sponsors? And we also have to thank our wish list people as well because Tasha Oshie Grows and Sharon Marie Watson have come through. We showed you all how to use Buy Me a Coffee to create your wish list. And already we have people donating to that. So we're in gratitude and deep gratitude, I should say. Go ahead and introduce our sponsors, Corey.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by promotional considerations paid for by the following unmuted sponsors.
Unmuted sponsors, thank you.
Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks. Supreme sponsor, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University. Supreme sponsor, AJ is road tripping. Check out his YouTube channel. Supreme sponsor, Lisk, Hampton Roads. Supreme sponsor, Sandra Green. You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com.
Thank you, sponsors. We do appreciate that. And of course, if you aren't a sponsor, but you would like to just monetize yourself, definitely start your own page. Gail at Night has dropped the link. You know what to do. Visit blindguyhiswife.com to start your coffee page. The platform buys you a coffee. It buys us one as well. Lots of people have already done it. And hey, thank you for also dropping the link of one of our sponsors, AJ's Road Trip, and he's the guest tomorrow.
AJ will be here. Well, he'll be live, but not in the flesh. He'll be in the virtual flesh.
Right. You know, Philip says, now Corey, the commander lover is salty like Lot's wife.
No, nice. I'm not salty at all. I'm doing pretty good right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
They on the winning streak.
All right. Well, let's get into it, Corey. The next tip that we can give you, because of course, these are all master storytelling techniques from the masters ourselves. The next tip is
elevate the engagement.
Elevate the engagement, you all. Trash Can is telling them, y'all get ready to monetize yourselves on Twitter. Ooh, game changer coming soon. Thank you for that. Wait, and look, Philip talking about, wait a minute, Gail dropped what? Mm-hmm. So let's get on to the tip. Elevate the engagement. Y'all know that we have done a lot of different engagement tactics, tools, tips, tricks, all of that. So in church, I went to church 95 to 200 days a week, right? And part of the way they would engage you in church is the call response. You know, can I get an amen?
Can I get a witness?
All of that, right? They would also,
y'all don't hear me.
Who can read this scripture for me? All of that is engagement. Why is Gail at Night laughing? She happy about dropping something. You know what?
See, that's why you sick right now, Gail. You out now.
Twitter's about to be that new live streaming platform. You know, currently we do stream to Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So we're already live over there. I don't know. I guess I better pay attention and see what's coming next. So that way I can elevate my engagement on Twitter as well. Because right now we don't engage a whole lot over there. But whatever tools you have, you want to use them to elevate the engagement. Corey, I'm predicting the outcome for next week. That's why you're salty, Philip says, on the game.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
So definitely, you know, think about all of the ways that you can engage your audience. A smile is a huge way. Eye contact is a huge way. Of course, body movement. Y'all know whenever we talk with our hands. That's just fine. One thing you don't want to ever do is point. Mm-hmm. When I point, I usually use a hand that's facing down, actually. Corey has his facing up.
That's how I do mine. Because it's like inviting, you know, people like. I actually remember that from the old. I don't know if you guys remember the Morrison's cafeteria. The guy would be like, "There's someone in the kitchen."
They can't see your hand. You gotta lift it up higher.
There's someone in the kitchen. You know, they do it like that. It's like it's almost like, "Hey, come on over."
Yes. So that's a way. You know what? G. Albert is saying, G. Mama Grows, what are you keeping in the house? Your pomegranate or your Pomeranian? Inquiring minds want to know. And look, Well Talk Production. Wait, what's being dropped? Everybody's looking for something to be dropped, right? That's the way you do it. Make sure that you're always watching, listening, check for those cues. So elevate the engagement. That is how you do it. In a football game, they get the audience doing the wave, you know, in the stadium. Elevate the engagement. Here on StreamYard, we're using all the tools with the giveaway tool. We use the duck race sometimes. We have you all running as food. We also tell stories and we do the call and response. I'm moving my body while we're telling stories. There's all these different ways to elevate the engagement. Use what you have, use what you're comfortable with, and practice. It only gets better.
And as content creators, those tools that are in StreamYard, it's a good way just to reinforce branding. Because of course, you know, with the giveaway, we always hashtag the home team. Whatever you're saying, a slogan or your motto is, you can use that as a hashtag for the randomized selector.
So like with Mom of Triplets, she's in Abuja in Nigeria, right? So not only is she mom of triplets, but she has one more. Her other son, then she's pregnant with twins, right?
What?
So, right. But Mom of Triplets is catchy. So that's something that she could always hashtag in her videos, right?
Right.
And so Lash's journey, right? She's Jamaican. She's a millionaire.
Is she pregnant too?
No,
Oh,
but
you
she's
said, and so is Lash's journey.
no. I'm saying these people have a way to elevate the engagement.
Mhm.
She recently went to a lifestyle center where she was already telling us about her real estate journey. She was already giving us the different insights on actual bills and permits and the ways different things work, how you can get funding, how you can fund your opportunity, whether it's your 401k, whether it's a bank loan, whether it's renting to other people. Right now that she's losing weight, and not just losing weight, but she's eating healthier, right? She's been growing her own food live, all of those different things. She has elevated the engagement because her audience was growing. So she said, oh, well, let me engage with them in this way. So she elevated the engagement that way.
Yeah, so there's all sorts of tools available to you. Like I said, within StreamYard, you can increase your branding awareness by using the hashtag Lash's Journey, hashtag Mama Triplets. You can use all those to brand for the randomized drawing, but also you can.
Hold up, you said Mama Triplets and trash cans. Oh, Mama Triplets. Anybody with that name will have a brother scared. Better step to her when you get a ring in your pocket. Look, her husband
already got a ring on it.
Yes, her husband put a ring on it before any of those kids. So yes.
And even with the duck race, LaQuita and I, we do the food races and we do the duck races. We change it. But you can brand that as well. You can find a theme that fits your particular channel. What you like for trash can waves that she fires, they might want to just have people running because they're scared of them.
That's true.
Or maybe there's something in there that involves plants. So there are lots of themes that you can create.
We could do a twerk off. Y'all know Corey does like to twerk because Philip says trash can. There's going to be a twerk off between Corey and Coffee for the holidays. I do dance a lot. And so, of course, that's where I was like, oh, let me show y'all my knees. I did my birthday video where I just kept dropping it. And so absolutely, Mama Triplets, you bring so much value to this space. We appreciate you. Thank you, Gail at Night, for reminding everybody to be sure to click the like button. Y'all, we're only about 15 minutes away from the end of the stream. We've got one more tip, but we need you to hashtag the final word.
Hashtag storytelling.
She be just so you know before you come playing. I have triplets. Just so she'll be telling people, just so you know, like I got triplets, so that way people won't even bother her.
That's she put in the comments.
Trash can. Trash can
okay,
gotcha, saying that.
Oh, okay.
So, friend of the court not playing, and Philip's in there laughing. Trash can's in there laughing. Philip's mom of triplets. Everybody. And we just have a good time here. Thank you so much, Philip Waldo Jr., for putting in hashtag storytelling. Look at David Hunt, hashtag the final word. You know what? Let's head on into the final one. Manage the clock.
Now,
boom.
We've been talking a lot about sports, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Baltimore Pigeons, and we didn't mention the Cowgirls. But a lot of in the game of sports, that one of the difference between a win and a loss can be the lack thereof or great management of the time clock. Because of course, the quiz is always, didn't they say it was a 2-minute warning? It's still been going on for another 30, 45 minutes. You still watching that game? So clock management is key to winning and losing in sports, but it's also the key to winning and losing in content creation and storytelling. You don't want to not.
G-Mama's laughing at your pigeons and cowgirls, but anyway,
you don't want to lose. You don't want to leave out too many details and lose your audience that way, and I'm definitely been guilty of that. So that's why I have a wing person, LaQuita. She's always filling in the gaps when there's a detail that she thinks needs to be reiterated.
And since our final one is the clock, and like you're saying, we're going to work on the clock. We're not doing that, David Hunt. And now for the 2-hour live stream.
No 2-hour live streams, and then again, you don't want to lose your audience by going on forever, droning on, because LaQuita, you got a popular saying that by the time you went past, you said an hour, you starting to repeat yourself and say the same thing over and over and over.
Oh,
again.
Mom of Triplets, I'm going to join Mary Madi Juice premiere too. Thank you for that reminder, because we know that she usually premieres around this time, and she's telling us about money. And yes, my saying is that once a live stream gets to 2 hours, it's past the original topic. So you want to really look at it. That's why movies are about 2 hours. Television shows, sitcoms are 30 minutes. the news. They get all of that stuff in and they don't go past their 30 minutes. They get it in. So if all of these different historical media places have been doing it, we can do it as well. Most of our work, I think we've told you this before, when we are hired to come and do whatever the set is. The program is 1 hour, 2 hours, typically 1 hour, right? 1 hour, 2 hours is more like a stage play. If we're doing a stage play, then we got 2 hours. But 1 hour is pretty much our limit. So we're done. We have our slideshow, or we don't have a slideshow. We have our engagement. We have all of this stuff, but it's all happening in the time that it's supposed to happen in. So the everyday life of an OCD chick, even if she's saying hi, hello, this is Alaska's journey, and now it's the end of the show, I might show it and then hit the end button, or it might not get shown if it's going to be past the clock, because you definitely don't want to get past the clock and tire out your audience. Philip says it best: sitcoms are 17 minutes. Got to get in those commercials.
Right. Speaking of commercials, now you're talking about an excellent storyteller. Now, XDMC works in advertising, and he's got to tell a story to sell a product in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That is amazing. And he does it a lot with visuals, but again, it happens in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, so, he created our trailer for our pitch reel and he's created so many different introductions. Y'all have seen Gail at Night's intro on her channel. He tells a wonderful story of Gail at Night, XDMC does, in just a few seconds. So when you see her intro, you're looking at his work. Speaking of 30, Trash Can Wave says, once you've built an audience off long streaming cut, like you built up an audience off of live streaming, cut it down to 30 minutes to an hour. Exactly.
And especially if you're a great storyteller like Trash Can Waves, that can do a lot of good editing and slide things in there.
Yeah, Philip said exactly. Trash Can Waves. His real name is Dolomite Jr. Trash Can says, oh, you should finish up today with the Dolomite story, Corey, because that's the giveaway. That's the giveaway, y'all. Y'all gonna decide if Corey's gonna finish with a Dolomite story or another story. But anyways, go ahead, Corey.
Yeah, but a lot of it is, like I said, when you even though you're
y'all subscribe to Gail at Night, please. Go ahead.
Even though you're doing live streaming, like I said, you want to be, because one thing, everything you do in storytelling, keep the audience in mind. I said sometimes LaQuita's great about it, reminding me, like, Corey, yes, I know that's a good story to you, but what's going to be the story that the audience is going to walk away with something and learn something and take something away from with it? And I always have to be reminded of that. Because, of course, we as storytellers, we enjoy talking, we enjoy storytelling. And again, keep the audience in mind when it comes to your engagement. You want to make sure they feel like they're part of the story, that they're not just sitting idly by and waiting for you to entertain or educate them. They want to be part of it. From kids to adults, that's just the way humans are.
Gail at Night does that.
And then finally, you want to make sure that you respect their time. You want to make sure that you manage your time, so that way they don't feel like they're overwhelmed with information or that they didn't get enough information in such a short amount of time. But always leave them wanting more.
So, Gail at Night, I was going to mention that she does that very well on her channel. She has a long live stream, then she cuts it down into sound bites and good clips so that you get all these different nuggets. It might be a 30-minute premiere when she reposts it. Like Trash Can Wave says, cut it down to something that the people can handle. Speaking of Trash Can Waves, he wants to hear a story about the three little pigs working at a strip club full of wolves. If you win the giveaway, Corey gonna make it happen. That's all I gotta say. Because GT Jr. is driving while listening. They got snow last night. We need him to be safe. We don't want him to laugh and swerve off the road. So hopefully Trash Can won't win. He's like, ain't nothing but some hound dogs. Nikki, don't laugh for him. Lord, Thug Nikki up there in DC, the everyday life of an OCD chick. Is laughing. Yeah, I thought they would have had snow already, but I guess it depends on what part of Alaska. Philip says snow come late in Alaska.
GT Jr. driving a Mercedes brand snowplow.
You know what? Safe travels, yes, GT Jr. from G Mama Groves. And I say we go into the giveaway because Trash Can is saying the everyday life of an OCD chick, give the people what they want. That is it. That's what you want to do.
Stop using our words against this, Trash Can.
And Philip says, would we be clubbing, playing in the background, Trash Can? That's okay. So I'll be singing that while you're telling the story. Got it. Let's go ahead and Trash Can says, we don't say the S word in Michigan. So far, so good. Woo, we don't want the white stuff coming down from the sky. Got it. And Alaska's rolling on 28s, Philip said. Nick is asking for the pigs. Y'all got to win first. We're going to do the giveaway. Just to recap on those 3 master storytelling techniques. You want to definitely, number 1, follow your formula. Number 2,
relatability, believability, flexibility. Include all that into your storytelling.
Number 2, elevate the engagement.
Use the tools that you have, whether it's video clips of popular media that you can use legally or get disclaimers for, or whether it's the tools within StreamYard, like the randomized selector you're about to see, or the duck race. They're also, or even word wall that we've used in our games as well. So
to create games
and draw your audience into the process.
And finally, manage the clock. That's where we are at the top of the hour. This is a 1-hour talk show. We try to stick with that. So yes, manage the clock. Philip is saying, I won. So I say we get right into the final giveaway and we'll see which story they choose, okay?
All right, here we go.
All right. What are you going to say? What am I going to say? I just have to...
3, 2, and 1. And then you're going to say storytelling and then master storytelling, and then you click the button.
All right.
Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, and 1.
Master storytelling, and they're off. We got Philip Waldo Jr., Trash Can Waves, Wealth Talk Productions, G. Albert, Audrey's Living Life, Philip Waldo Jr., David Hunt, Audrey's Living Life, Trash Can Waves, Wealth Talk Productions, TWP again.
2-time winner. That's what TWP stands for. Twice winning. I can't tell the P, but okay. Twice winning prizes.
Twice winning player.
Twice winning prizes. Twice winning player.
Mary Madepoju is back from her premiere. Thank you. Good to have you back. And you know what? I'm sorry you did not win Wealth Talk Productions, but the men won. Philip talking about you smoking the oil and the heavy bass line. Trash Can talking about 3 little pigs sliding down the fire pole, coming on blind guy, his wife, their life after dark. So everybody is congratulating TWP. I don't know which story are we going to hear, Dolomite or while you all subscribe to TWP, if you haven't, because Gail at Night dropped his link, are we going to hear the Dolomite story or are we going to hear a different story? I don't know. So thank you, Audrey's Living Life, Philip Waldo Jr. and G Mama Groves for congratulating him. And yes, thank you, Philip, for welcoming Marion back. She's just in time for the plant-based treat. We're going to share that while we wait for TWP's answer. If he doesn't answer, most of you will probably give us an answer so that we can finish up with that.
All right,
Corey. So for today's plant-based treat, we said it was you chose the gingerbread cookies, right? Because it's almost that time of year. So I guess we can do the gingerbread cookies. No problem.
Gingerbread man.
Now, remember, we want you to eat your faves, fruits and vegetables, every spread. But I don't know how many fruits and vegetables are in this particular plant-based treat. You can just introduce it and we'll just go for it.
So we're waiting on the answer first, or we're going to...
No, we play this and then...
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because TWP said that's what's popping and he did already choose Dolomite. So yes.
Okay. Here we go. And now it's time for today's plant-based treat by Chef LaQuita Marie.
Getting you to eat fruits and vegetables every single day.
Gingerbread cookies.
3/4 of a cup of sugar. Pour in a little bit of the syrup. We've got 6 tablespoons of butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and finally the lemon zest. You don't want to get down to the white. The white part will be bitter. Just going to blend it. Just flax seeds and water. They're going to hold everything together the same way an egg would. Tablespoon of ginger, half tablespoon of cinnamon, some cloves, and some nutmeg, half a teaspoon of salt. Got our baking soda dissolved. That's the first cup of flour. Here's the second cup of flour. Final cup of flour.
Stir until well blended, and then cover it and put it in the refrigerator for 2 to 8 hours.
We're just gonna roll it out. I'm gonna dust the board with a little bit of flour so that it doesn't stick.
It's fine to keep dusting the gingerbread dough so that it doesn't break up or stick.
Shapes. Press it down. Yep.
Bake on 350 for 9 minutes. We decorated it with gel frosting and powdered sugar. They were delicious.
All right, that was your gingerbread cookies, and the people have spoken. Love and Live shows like, oh yes, Dolomite.
Oh, that's funny. All right, y'all ready?
We are ready, y'all. We're gonna finish this up with a 5-minute story time.
Now, the Titanic sunk in the days of start over. Rewind. It was in the days of segregation when the Titanic went down. But on board that fateful ship, there was one person that was brown. I want you to sit back and get ready to have a real good time as I bust this rhyme about a brother named Shine. The Shine was down in the boiler room eating some peas when the water came onto the Titanic up to his knees. And before Shine could take a bite of bread, that water had rose up almost to his head. Shine ran up onto the deck where the captain and lieutenant was having a few words over whose fault it was they had hit that iceberg. Shine said, "Captain, that water's up to my neck." The captain said, "Shine, go back and pack the sand sacks to keep the water back." Shine said, "Captain, why you stand up here arguing and drinking? Can't you see this wreck? The ship is slowly sinking." He said, "I'll be in New York unpacking my trunk. When the news reached the world, this raggedy boat done sunk." Shine ran over and jumped into the ocean with his behind doing a backflip in the ocean. By this time, all the rich passengers had ran up to the top. And one of them yelled out, "Shine, stop. All my money to you I'll give if you just make it possible for me to live." And Shine said, "I like money and I ain't lying, but a drop of your money ain't worth me dying." And then the captain came and said, "Shine, I'm the captain. Why don't you help to save my life? Help me and my wife." Shine said, "The captain, that story you were singing might have once been true. This is one time that this ain't going to do." Shine said, "You gonna jump over on the ocean and find you a 2x4, and then I might think about dragging your raggedy tail to shore." By this time, Shine butted into a shark and elbowed him in the side. And Shine said, "Move over, buddy, we going for a ride." The Shine said, "Shine, you're stroking hard and you're stroking good. But if you miss one stroke, I'm gonna bite you like a great white shark should." Shine said, "Your eyes may shine, shark, and your teeth may grit. But if you got any plans for eating me for supper, you better go to G Mama Groves and put some sugar in some grits." Now, Shine rolled over and water shot. Shine rolled over and started doing a backstroke, and water shot from out of him like a motorboat. Shine was in Chicago on the corner of Cottage Grove and 63rd when the news reached the world the Titanic had sunk on that iceberg. He was down on his knees saying, "A nickel I shoot and a dime I hope to pass. I left a whole bunch of rich folks swinging on they." And that was the end of that.
All right, y'all heard it. 5-minute story time. Y'all know what to do. From master storytellers right to you. Practice, practice, practice. Get your technique up. And you know Trash Can had to come in with the facts. The Titanic was a money scheme to get rid of the dollar being backed by gold and introduce fiat money. But that's a story for another day. Our government don't play.
There you go. Trash Can Ways coming through.
Yeah, she finds more. Shut your mouth. Gail at Night enjoyed that. Thank you all so much for being here. G Mama Groves is clapping it up for you. Philip Waldo Jr. is just laughing, 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 right along with Audrey's living life, everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. And of course, y'all know, if you want to make some money, head on over to Ground Floor. Just one of the investment tools that we use, because Gail at Night has dropped that link. We do appreciate.
Oh, I can
GT Jr. is safe. He said it's a great story, great story.
I can fix that.
Go ahead.
And if you like Shine, once you make it to shore, take the money that you want out of that dice game and invest it in Ground Floor.
Hey, there you go. That's much better than mine. TWP got the fire and the bomb going. Great story. And no, Corey, there is not still 3 minutes and 43 seconds left. How do we say goodbye today, Corey?
Who said that? Wow.
Philip.
Oh.
We got to manage the clock. It's a 1-hour talk show.
All right. Guys, that does it for this episode of Blind Guy.
His wife.
Your Life Live. Join us tomorrow because we're going to have AJ's
Hey.
road tripping, talking about being financially free.
Nikki got the dice up there. She's going to be financially free. She keep gambling.
And how to work and live abroad and enjoy your second career through USA jobs. He's going to give you some resume and profile building tips. So join us tomorrow.
So you can live anywhere, get paid by the government to do so.
Good man. So here you go. So we thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Blind Guy.
His wife.
Their Life Live. And to say goodbye, we are going to say goodbye The way an unwanted suitor says goodbye. When he approaches, she fires and asks for her phone number, and she told him no 50 times. They say, deuces.